Welcome to another lore video, and this is just a quickie really, with colonisation due to hit next week. There's not a lot going on, as you'll know, particularly if you saw Galnet News Digest video. No news is not always good news. And a live stream that was supposed to happen at the end of January was cancelled, but then we got told colonisation will be arriving on the 26th of February. So perhaps this is why the live streams and so forth fell by the wayside. Maybe FDev became aware of the vacuum left by the end of the Thargoid War and thought, okay, let's just get this out there now, stop talking about it and just do it, and if so, that's a good move. I know some people want everything documented with articles every step of the way, but sometimes just getting on and doing it is the most important thing, and then develop the stories once they know it all works. So if that's what they're doing, I don't have a problem with that. The community goal to hand in exploration data to the Brewer Corporation in preparation for colonisation went into its second week without incident until Monday night, Tuesday morning, when the hand-in system went into lockdown. That meant nobody could hand in their discoveries, and when it came to Wednesday night and players had not managed to change the system state by bounty hunting, FDev extended the hand-in date until the following Tuesday. It's an unusual situation, and we still don't know if it was due to deliberate manipulation of the BGS by players looking to mess about with the community goal. And certainly that is possible if enough players were destroying authority NPCs, taking missions and failing them deliberately, and all of the other disruptive stuff you can do that could make a lockdown happen. But nobody has claimed any credit for it, so it might have happened due to a crime wave by players, or there could be another reason. It could just be that having lots of defenceless, paper-thin explorer ships coming in to hand in data could have weakened the security state and caused a problem that way. Even then though, it should have gone to civil unrest first and then into lockdown, so perhaps FDev didn't expect the lockdown for that reason, because it appeared to skip a stage. So how did that happen? Well, it's a low population system, and with such a small population, it's actually possible that enough traffic could push it straight through civil unrest and into lockdown. And this is what appears to have happened. It's unusual, it requires a certain concatenation of events to make it happen, but it's not a mystery, just a bit unexpected, and especially if it wasn't deliberate player action. Of course, however it happened, what's done is done, so the question then was, could the lockdown be lifted before Tuesday? Well, that depended on a concerted effort by players to restore security, and the easiest way to do that is by bounty hunting, killing any and all wanted ships. Player opinion has been divided on this. Obviously, it's grossly unfair to people coming back from thousands of light years away only to find out they can't hand in their data, but on the other hand, it is proof that player actions, intentionally or unintentionally, do have an effect, and players often have more agency in some matters than they think they do. So this is working as intended, and making an exception for an unfortunate bit of luck like this is a contentious issue. You can't win, really. If you leave it, you're being unfair to some people, but you're allowing players to change system states with their actions. And if you God-hand it so certain situations like this get reversed or prevented from happening, then you get accused of interfering with player agency. So FDev are damned if they do and damned if they don't on that one, and they did the only thing they really could, by giving everyone a few more days to hand in. In hindsight, the answer would have been to have a combat community goal running alongside it, for people to hand in bounties as they normally do for a trade community goal. Usually trading goals are paired up with a combat goal, and the bounty contributions counterbalance any loss of system security by having a sudden influx of maximised hauling or explorer ships that can't protect themselves very well and are prone to piracy or destruction. And it was really just another trade community goal, so not pairing it up with a combat goal seems like, well, a bit of an own goal, to be honest. And then despite the debate about God-handing, FDev did release a message on Monday saying the lockdown had been lifted, so people could have at least one day handing data in. And after the community goal ended, another Galnet article said the Brewer Corporation considers the goal a success, and can move on to the next stage, which is building megaships, and they're going to be packed with all the technology they need to register colony claims, as well as being mobile, and so the next community goal is to get them outfitted and ready. That came on Thursday with a 2-week community goal to deliver commodities. And this article says essentially what I said earlier about how the lockdown could have been avoided by having a combat goal running alongside it. Following a recent security incident, a secondary initiative to protect traders in a Minerva system is also underway, with contributions measured in bounty vouchers. Showing that FDev also realised this and did it this time. Nice to see this mea culpa from them. So it's a regular two-handed community goal, combat and trade. For combat, you have multiple choices because bounties from any system owned by the Pan-Galactic Mining Corporation will do. And there's an excellent tool by Commander Forbidden Lake, which I've linked to below. Type in the system and the faction you want to get the bounties for, and it shows you all the systems where you can earn bounties for that faction, as well as showing you what places exist for wanted ships to appear, like compromised navigation beacons and resource sites. Very useful, and as you can see from this snapshot of the results for Minerva, you have a choice of 11 systems to get bounties in for the current community goal. The wording for the goal says that the last one shows there are people out to sabotage colonisation, although as I said, nobody claimed credit for it and putting the system into lockdown, and it's equally likely the security level got reduced by lots of traffic in a low population system. I don't think this hints at any kind of conspiracy to stop colonisation, but simply noting that the unexpected can sometimes happen during a goal. But that might be an interesting storyline if they created some kind of anti-colonisation group that tried actively working against the Brewer Corporation or any other corporation or organisation that supports colonisation in some form. Perhaps they could get attacked by terrorists as we had a few years ago with the NMLA. And from our point of view, that means maybe some evacuation and delivery work as a result. Colonisation will arrive halfway through the community goal on the Wednesday before the second week of the goal beginning, which is interesting, because I think that's the first time ever that a major content update had a community goal running through it like that. All the other community goals that have been near a content update have ended just before it or started just after it. Only 3 days to go now till the updates, so fingers crossed it will be engaging and mostly working with any tweaks and bugs seen too quickly. It could get delayed, but hopefully it won't, so I'm not going to go into any of the mechanics at the moment because it's still at the talking stage. We've had hints about special modules and other things, but it's all very abstract and we really need to see it all playing out in game. So I'll do another video when the dust has settled and I've had time to get to grips with what it's all about and examine the options available to players and how they work in practice, as well as gathering some player thoughts about it all. Look out for that when it's been out for around a week or so. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.